We're talking about the world that's coming next.
Yep.
A world where there's sensors embedded everywhere, a world where, I know Intel's creating rugs. You can walk across them and see if you're going to have a stroke. You've got an internet of everything coming, so that, we're talking here about the next billion people. I'm sort of more interested in the next billion gadgets that are connected, in addition to the next billion people. So maybe it's an order of magnitude much greater overall. And in that kind of world, when you talk so, in kind of, if I may, a kind of blasé way that somebody's penetrated your system, sort of lurking, done this, doesn't that scare you?
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a huge problem.
You seem to be really calm about it.
Well, I talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
but it's a huge problem. I mean,
I should say he delivered his third child of 4 on his own. So maybe it's just part of his character.
But that wasn't part of the plan, and I wasn't calm at
Right.
that point. I wasn't calm at all.
Yeah.
The issue is huge for our nation. If you look at what we have as a nation, our competitive advantage is our innovation. I mean, we're not winning the manufacturing game. We're not, we're starting to find some oil, but we're still not dominant there. So it's not a natural resources thing. It's innovation that fuels our economy, that puts us ahead. And when you think about the fact that we've put this all on a very open network, and sophisticated adversaries can get in, and what they're doing by and large is stealing our intellectual capital. There are real examples of designs, both on the military side and the commercial side, of products, of things that have been lifted and hit the market before we got it to market. There are actually real examples of that. Some of the ones on the government side are classified, but that has actually happened. So this is a huge threat, and it's not going to go away. And as the internet expands, and as we get more devices and more people connected, it's only going to get worse. And that's where this operational capability of gathering intelligence, trying to predict what's going to happen, is becoming more and more of a valuable capability to defend ourselves.
Ed?
Something, and it actually is stimulated by the idea of delivering a baby. But I was reading a press report recently about a man who came into his daughter's bedroom, infant, and had a nanny cam operating. And somebody was talking to his daughter through the audio connection, and it was clear...
That he didn't know?
Yeah, and it was clear that she was being watched at the same time, and there was a discussion. And it was a Bluetooth technology in the house, being able to work with this, connected to Wi-Fi, and the guy ripped the thing out of the wall and wanted to know how was this possible, and was led to those parts of the internet where people are trading information and are actually inventorying devices within companies and within homes that are exploitable and reachable by anybody. And
so if that happened to you, and you were this former FBI guy, and you do have a mature respect for rules, but you've also got all these capabilities, what would you have done to this guy with your capabilities?
Oh, well, it'd be nice to find the guy.
Yeah. And where's the Charles Bronson in you?
Well, as somebody once said, what you want to do is kill the person, but you live in a system of laws and civilized society, and so you don't act on that impulse, even though that is the impulse. But if you can't find the person, you can't do anything. But you're also wondering, how did this ever happen? How is it something that I bought allowed this to occur? And in that case, people had found the exploit inside the hardware technology that he was using, and actually had posted it through there was like a search engine just for this kind of stuff that hackers use, and says if you're running this type of system, you can get in. So if you talk about a compromise to that level, the next billion things, the objects, the Internet of Things, the things that are in your home, I'm not arguing against it, but I'm saying we haven't seen the kind of compromises that are possible, and if it occurs, how do you get the proof of what occurred? And is the proof good enough to actually hit back in a legal way?